The planet Cronus. Beset on all sides by the tides of war, this once quiet colony became a savage battlefield. 7 armies clashed on this one world, each refusing to back down. Each convinced it was in the right. From beneath the sands of Cronus' central desert came the Necrons, ancient machines bent on eradicating all life. But another evil already had its eyes on the planet. From the depths of the warp, the demonic forces of chaos arrived to enforce their claim. To oppose these fearsome powers, the planet's rulers in the Tau Empire sent their elite soldiers and sophisticated battlesuits into the fray. From the mighty Imperium of Man came the Imperial Guard, there to secure Cronus for the glory of the God Emperor. Like a green tide, the Orc horde descended on Cronus, caring little for others' claims and sowing destruction in its wake. The Eldar, ancient enemies of the Necrons, emerged from their webway to pursue their own agenda on Cronus. And last came the Space Marines, finest and most uncompromising of the Imperium's soldiers. Seeing a world beset by aliens and heretics, they undertook a great purge. A dark crusade had begun. It could only end with the total victory of one of these factions, and the total defeat of all others. The Necrons had lain buried in the sands of Cronus for eons, having retreated there at the end of a great war only hinted at in the histories of ancient races like the Eldar. Long before man even stood upright, the Necrons and their dark gods had retreated to their tomb worlds. But their slumber was not eternal. Eventually their genocidal deities awoke them again, driving them to purge the life that had spread across the galaxy during their sleep. On Cronus, this awakening came when an archaeological team opened a mysterious crypt on the arid Thor Abyss Plateau. Most of the team died, but expedition leader Thomas Maccabee somehow became one of the mysterious Necron pariahs. Seemingly retaining a hint of his personality, he occasionally spoke for the Silent Army as it advanced. The Necron Lord of Cronus, the most ancient and powerful of the deathless creatures on the planet, promptly launched a campaign of extermination. His loathsome god, the Nightbringer, hungered for the deaths of all those on Cronus.
Alrighty folks, welcome to the Dark Crusade. We are playing the bad boys of the galaxy, the Necrons, and my favourite faction. Let's begin. So we're going to be starting off with the Builder Scarabs bonus. They kind of act as our builder units, but also capture strategic points. So they're very useful to have early on. This campaign map kind of feels a bit like Emperor Battle for June, or kind of like a dumbed down version of Total War. Either way, I really like it. Let's get the first mission done and dusted. So our Scarabs are very much the lifeblood of our faction, the Necrons. For context, I've put probably about 2 hours into this game, just so I can get a feel for how the campaign works, and how the Necrons work as a faction. So this is a bit of a blind playthrough to an extent. But I do have a pretty good understanding of how this faction works. They don't have requisition like all the other factions. Instead, they have just power and only power. But they do also have this time bonus, which accelerates the speed at which we build units and research things, etc. Capturing the strategic points gives us extra time bonus. But building obelisks on top of them then gives us increased squad cap. Necrons are slow but very deadly. Alright, let's go ahead and build another... Let's build a summoning core. Tau can be pretty annoying to deal with because of their invisibility. So we need a Wraith anyway, so we need a summoning core ASAP Rocky. In fact, I'm going to get him to build this. Get these boys sent over. Luckily, the invisible units don't do a huge amount of damage. They're more of a hindrance and annoyance more than anything. But we are definitely going to want to get a Wraith to deal with them. Not only do Wraiths detect, they also do a significant amount of damage, which is makes them formidable units. So every time we build another power generator, the cost goes up by 20.
Eliminating targets.
Let's grab ourselves a Wraith. At this point, I'm going to link to our hero. You can give your hero detection later on in the game, depending on how quickly you get the specific piece for war gear. Which is very helpful against the Tau, but not so much against everyone else. We should probably get some flayed ones as well, actually. Flayed ones are very, very good. And the fact that you can summon them wherever you want as well is a nice little added bonus. Let's switch to range mode for a sec. Definitely want these Necrons to go in first.
Eliminating targets. They cannot hope to win.
See ya. Bye bye, stealth boys. Okay. For some reason, can't build a thing on that particular doodads. These guys can summon in wherever you want. Makes them not only strong units, but even stronger because you can, I say, summon them in. The objective of these kind of skirmishes is to destroy the enemy headquarters. Enemies can have more than one, so it's worth being mindful of that. But in these type of like early game skirmishes, they'll probably only ever have one. Rushing down the opponent, by the way, seems to be very much the most effective strat in the early game, especially for Necrons. I'm sure it works with other factions as well, but Necrons are just very sturdy, very high DPS. So it definitely works with their MO. Beautiful, nice easy dub to start things off. So we get war gear. War gear is, now you've seen, awarded for all of those. And then the scarabs, which are very useful for us. So we're going to go for Necron tier sigils, which increases our range damage. Go commander, we want to grab the honor guards. scarabs. War gear, just check it's equipped, which it is. And we're good to rock and roll. So next up we have options. We could go for these as a bonus. We also get requisition, obviously the strength of how strong this defense will be. Personally, I think it's probably worth grabbing this one next. And then heading towards Gripped Immortal. And then you can arguably go for this, which gives us 2 attacks per turn. Obviously we've done our 1 attack, so we'll end turn, let the enemy do their attack. It'd actually be good if the enemy attacks us, because it will give us another war gear slot. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so we're going to go for this one next. The Vandamar Mountains. Summoning Spire. Bunch of these. Gonna change him to range since we've got some powerful range attacks now. It's free to grab more squads with the scarabs, so we definitely want to be doing that. Straight off the bat. There's stealth squad taking that. Can't do anything to stop them. I find the tower pretty weak early on. I mean, most factions are, to be fair, with a normal mission like this, but towers specifically are, in my opinion, quite weak. Like, a lot of their strength comes from their sort of later game units. That's my opinion. I only know them so much. Tower, not a faction I normally, well, I don't know them very well. Never really so many people use them in tabletop games when I was younger, but yeah, they're a bit of an obscure faction for me. I need to get this Wraith out ASAP, Rocky, before they turn my Lord a new one. These guys capture this point. These guys can capture this one. To be fair, his melee is not much better than his range, to be honest. These things do a surprising amount of damage for what I would call scouts. Maybe they're just not scouts at all. These wraiths. Bro, that damage. Do I need to reassess my understanding of how strong Wraiths are? Because Christ, that is insane. Oh, they actually managed to kill my lord. So when lords die, they when you resurrect them, they just come back on the spot they died. These are very much your space necromancers of the worlds. Damn, Necrons are strong. Bang, and the dirt was gone.
Charge the enemy! Victory is our fate. Charge! For the glory of the Imperial!
So this is actually one that we really want to take because it has allows us to attack any location. That's not a stronghold. Okay, we're gonna have to move here. I want to take this land next. Where this guy's defending it, which is interesting. Single base. Okay. I probably want to be a bit more defensive since they have an army defending on this one. Although our strategy doesn't really need to change that much. So with Honor Guard, you can't increase beyond the standard 4, or whatever their standard happens to be. Should probably be a little bit careful about over spending money on units at this point. Okay, we need to kill these Sarkins for sure. See if we can engage them in melee. Maybe 120 for these. I want to get our dude back. That's our next thing we need to do. Let's kick these Charkins out of the way. They are a big, big problem. So it seems to me the enemies always seem to spawn in the same location, which is map dependent. But this all does seem to follow a very similar pattern. Alright, perfect. Now we can kick that base in. And grab some flayed ones since they can reinforce pretty quickly. And they're crazy deadly anyway. Just grab some more power whilst we're at it. And these guys are weak. We need to give them a boost, I think. Let's go grab this next level up for the base. Really? Actually macroing out a decent number of troops, surprisingly. Guess that's the benefit of them having a defender or an army in this region. Bought them all the time to stop my rushdown tactics. Still, I think they're about to die. Not actually sure what happens when you beat a commander. I haven't actually done that yet. Or an enemy army, I suppose. So one crazy strong thing with Necrons, you have Necron summoning. Allows you to teleport to a friendly base. It's actually crazy powerful. Lovely jubbly.
Charge the enemy! My mind is too weary to fight on. For chaos! Fall back and regroup. Just the biggest and the strongest.
Nice. Okay, so you get to fight this. That should give us an extra war piece. Alright, well, they're probably going to have Sarkins, so we should probably be, again, defensive to start things off. Should probably get our own ranged units. Immortals are amazing. What are we doing for power? Up to 100. Yeah, probably would be better grabbing that, actually. The thing with Necrons, they rely so heavily on power. Well, we're 100% build time. Damn, that's decent. It's the benefit of having lots of strategic points, I guess. Interesting how it remembers all of our unit, like building positioning and everything. That's quite cool. Alright, that should sort our power problems. Worth grabbing this next. I assume their base will be in the same spot. Man, Gal's guns are so cool. These dudes ready to rock and roll. Wait, he died? Well, was unexpected. Guess he was too quick for his own good. Should have kept an eye on that. Kind of curious where his army actually is, because I'm not seeing anything protecting their base. I'm ready to drop these flayed ones when I need to. They got like no defense, which is interesting, considering they started this with an army. Also, the reason we're manually doing this, if you auto resolve, you don't gain the war gear bonus. Like, it just straight up doesn't count towards the defense. Okay, so they've got another base. Player defeated. No victory screen. So there's another player, I assume. Okay, let's see if we can find that player. I assume there is anyway. All enemy HQs. Okay, there are two players. Okay, cool. That had me worried for a sec. So the other player, I'm assuming, is over here. No, over here. Okay, fine. So maybe this was the one with the army? Oh, I'm not seeing much of anything, to be honest. Wow, that damage. What? Holy crap. Okay, even I was taken off guard by that. What the hell? Why does that do so much damage? Jesus. Woof. Oh my. So 5 conquests, 2,000 kills, 3-to-1 kill ratio. Defeated enemies, I assume that's the strongholds. Calibrated to penetrate vehicle and building armor. Yeah, damn, does that show? Oh, Christ. So we could go for this, which further enhances our range damage. We could double down on this. Maybe we'll do that. I feel like attacking twice would be handy. Let's do this. The Eres Badlands. Time remaining 30. To do what exactly? This is unknown territory for me. Slaughter the Imperial Guard. Okay, cool. I like that. It's my cup of tea. Alright, let's change you to ranged. Basically a kill mission. Enemy, so we need to destroy 140 units before we do, I guess. Need to get some power. Gotta get all that power. Okay, it might be worth grabbing some of these slag deposits, actually.
Yes. Blood.
Blood for the blood god. Now it makes sense. Well, it's not like Necrons to do the blood god's bidding. Okay, so to get a slag deposit, what we need to do is get to the second age, second tier. Alright, let's back this up a bit, boys. You actually need a bigger army anyway. Who's on this last one? Should probably refill the ranks a little bit on that. We've got plenty of time. We've already killed 20, so... Let's get our power reserves up to a decent level. Secure this slag deposit. Grab a wraith as well. How much for the next thing? 80. Oof. You know that could be pretty cool. Most are already badass as hell. Yeah, let's not. $250. Let's go grab that. That is going to be very important for us. Okay, let's have a little scouty. Woof, that DPS. I assume there's an Imperial base at each corner of the map. I've not actually done this mission before, so I don't actually know. Let's go ahead, build Forbidden Archive, see what this is all about. Haven't built one of them yet either. I want some more of these guys. Really good. What have we got? Act out of phase. Necron Lord has phase shift. Oh, that seems pretty good. All infiltrated units in a large area revealed. Okay, that's handy. Repair the Necron. Okay, that's crazy.
You must kill kill more of them.
Yeah, we can do that. Well, that gives him a hell of a armor health repair. $17 to 100 units. Oh god, that is quite the discrepancy. Okay, yeah, they do have bases in each quadrant. Cool. And get some flayed ones as well, actually.
Just a few souls more.
Jesus, Necrons are good. Wow, that damage is mental. What the hell? Holy shit. Necron's overpowered, you say? Dude, this guy's healing through the damage. That's funny. Alright, next base, let's go. We got 10 more to kill. Not like 20 minutes to go yet. Oh, that is funny. Let's grab me some flayed ones. That might be all we need, actually. We're one short, aren't we? The irony. Alright, well, let's hunt down this one last dude then. Poor bloke. Never know why I hit him. I swear Necrons have like 100% accuracy as well. Like they never seem to miss. I could be wrong, but... Jesus Christ.
The power of the Blood God shall be yours.
Hells yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, so we get to attack twice. In the turn in which you take over the Eres Badlands as well. Nice. I mean, we could take this. Yeah. Why not? Single large base. Let's get that summoning core built. Right, we're in uncharted territory here. I've never taken a fight on this map, so I have no idea where the enemies would be. I guess in theory a mirror would be here, but knowing this game, mirrors aren't quite how it works. We do need power though, so let's go get some more generators. There's a slag deposit there, that's actually pretty useful. Might be worth racing up to the next age. Let's grab these ones over here next. There's loads of slag deposits actually. Okay, well they're definitely not in the mirror. So I guess this would be the other. Unless they're there. Which is also viable. I'm surprised I haven't come across anyone yet, which makes me think maybe they are here. Oh no, they're over there. Cool, good to know. Okay, so these guys having a large base does mean it's a little bit more fortified than previous fights have been. So this might be a little bit more of a drawn-out battle, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. I kind of think we just control the map. So we know this is the only way. Not the only way. Not sure we could take that fight just... Well, we probably could. Especially with these guys coming up. . Oh, there's two. Oof. Man, these things do so much damage. There's only one of them. There's a lot of troops, though. We need to back this off. Since that's dead. All right. $250, so we should... Oh, this is blocked off by... So this is the only route into their base. So this is all blocked off by trees. Okay. Where's he going? Plus 90 power with golden. Let's go build a big army worthy of Mordor. Let's get 2 of these squads. Oh, we need to call that team 3 so I can easily access the drop. There's a lot, dude. You probably need some more of these, to be honest. Why are you going in there like that? No, no, no. What we want to do is grab one of these control points so that we can teleport our army very quickly and efficiently. That is a lot of these mortals. So we should absolutely destroy their buildings. Actually, they're pretty good against everything. We should probably build a what do we call it? Forbidden archive. And a greater summoning rifts. There's only one enemy, good. Suddenly had a epiphany. I'm like, what if there's more than one opponent? There is not. Good lord. That damage is insane. Nice. That's what we like to see. Okay, next up, do we go for more damage or do we... So Deathmass would allow us to see hidden enemies. And gives us a bit of extra health as well. I like that, especially against the Tau. That works wonders. Beautiful. Alrighty, folks, we'll end the episode here, and we'll pick it up in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.